Hi there. A very good morning and good afternoon to all of you, depending on wherever you're watching me. This is Simply Stocks, and I'm live in this live session. A session in which I had earlier said that I won't be available because of some issues, but now I'm here with my son Imad, and he's always there and thereabouts. So today I want to discuss with you points about the markets. I believe that the markets have done pretty well as far as the Nifty is concerned. Afternoon. So Tadal, Manoj, hi to the sun. Okay, here he is. Uh, Actually, so I would like to discuss about the markets for the next 3-4 months as to how the performance would be and what's my assessment is, and then we'll answer your queries. So let more people join in and we'll discuss that. Also, you can ask questions in between through super chat and super stickers. Plus, you can support me on Patreon as well. You can be a member there. Become a 1 year member and you get 20% discount. So you pay for 10 months, you get a 1 year access. Salam Farhan, I hope you are doing well. Subir, good afternoon. I hope more people join in. Altaf, walaikum assalam. Because I know that a lot of you might not have received the notifications, and that's what I feel is happening with my channel. But that's how YouTube works, probably. So let more people join in, and then I'll begin the session. As far as stocks are concerned, they are performing, and they are performing pretty well. Most of the IT stocks, as you would have seen, as I have discussed earlier, that IT is going to be the theme of the decade, and from time to time it will take a back seat, but over a period of time you will see that IT will show through over the next 3, 4, 5 years. So IT is doing well, and IT has been performing pretty diligently, and probably for a few weeks it would do that. So we'll discuss about the markets in detail as more people join in. Hi Tony, hi. And a lot of gratitude to all of you who have supported me on Patreon, who have supported me on YouTube, monetarily, and also you can say emotionally, with their messages and all. I hope I'm helping you out in your investment journey, and would try to do that as much as possible. It's just that the market mood and market movements are not in my control, so things will go up and down with respect to what I believe will happen, because markets are supreme and you need to understand that. I am also working on a course. It's in the initial stages, so it will take time, maybe 2, 3 months, 4 months before I complete that. It is a tutorial kind of a thing in which you'll understand as to how to go about investing in the market in a very safe manner. And probably if you like it, you can go ahead and probably buy the course, that tutorial itself. But that will come through over the next 4 or 5 months or so. Apart from that, we have seen that how Indian players have played in the Olympics, and how India played in the last test match in cricket. So magnificently played by the whole team. It's not just the captain or the bowlers or the batsmen, especially Mohammad Shami and Jasprit Bumrah, the way they fought off. And this is one of the most memorable test matches that I have seen. And didn't think that India will win when there were only less than 2 sessions left, when England came out to bat. But England's batting, as Vikrant Gupta points out in Sports Thug, that it is like Tola Ram, and they are in desperate need of very good openers, which they are not getting. So I would be surprised if England open with the same pair again at Headingley. So we'll see how that goes. That test match is still a week away. So going well in terms of sports for India in all fronts. All right. So now coming to the point of the markets, and why I wanted to specifically talk about it, because just looking at mid and small cap, I am getting queries with respect to how the markets are going to behave. The you can say something like over the last 2 weeks, what has happened is that the mid and small cap has not performed that well, and mid and small cap has been in total disarray, and has been falling relentlessly, and people who have been in the market for the last 3 4 years are probably looking at 2018 and 19 again, and asking me whether this is again FY 18 19 or not. I have a opinion on that, is that this might not be that, but we could have a situation in which over the next 3 to 4 months we will be down something like 5 10% on the mid and small cap index. In that sense, I would say that one has to be extremely careful, and one has to be, I mean, taking new positions is very difficult, and taking positions uh, into newer stocks is difficult. But somebody who has invested in the stock market for the last 6 8 months and have bought very good shares, just stay invested and just navigate through this phase, and you will get probably better, you can say, levels to invest into later on, and in a situation where mid and small cap will end up performing much better. So I believe that going forward, it's better to be cautious in the next 3 4 months. The reason is there could be a situation that the pandemic would throw us into a third wave, and then the situation could become difficult for the mid and small cap index. So people who believe that the correction has taken place, so let's buy into these stocks, I would say that what you need to do probably is buy into these once you're sure that the third wave has passed through. Otherwise, it is extremely difficult to then navigate when the stocks are going down on lower circuit. So next 4 months from August till January, if you really want to put money in the market, be very sure of the companies. That's the first thing. And second thing is, be very sure of the levels. You will get better levels, I believe, over the next 4 months. I think the situation in the markets might not be that ripe to buy at 16,600 on the Nifty and the small cap index where it is. I believe that 23,000 on the small cap index is very much possible, and there could be a situation where you will get stocks at lower levels. So yes, start accumulating, but don't buy in bulk. Don't go ahead and buy immediately and just think that you'll make money. Next 4 months could be difficult. So that's my call on the market, and that's why I believe that any fresh money you want to put in, probably you can wait 3 4 months and buy in January at higher levels, rather than buying now and probably seeing the market go lower. And when I talk about market, I'm talking of the small and mid cap market. So that is my call, and that is why I wanted to talk to you about this. Things are jittery in the mid and small cap space, and this could continue for another 12 to 16 weeks. All right, so I would like to now answer your queries. Kindly use the super chat and super sticker feature. That will help me grow the channel. That will help you also ask me questions and eke out answers in greater detail. All right, so Sajal, ITC, although I don't track the company per se, I do track the stock. I feel that it has not done anything for the last 10 12 years. May not perform until the demerger happens. I would recommend that once the demerger happens and then the listing happens, then we should look at the stock rather than right now. Bodal Chemicals is an avoid. Soham, I would recommend probably looking at other larger chemical companies on declines, SRF and such company, Naveen Fluorine, etc., on major declines, not at current levels. Oh, no. Whirlpool short term, I'm not that positive, but over 3 4 years, 5 years, this could be very good levels to probably get into something like a Whirlpool. All right. Okay, so Kashif, portfolio to emerging IT, Tata, Elixir, etc., happiest minds for next 12 months. I think it will perform. I think these kind of stocks should end up performing well going forward. These large cap IT could give you 15 to 20% in the next 12 months at least. That's my view. See, I have given also stop losses. So according to your stop loss, exit the stock also on Wonderella. It's not that you just buy and you don't look at what happens with the stock, and everything will not go up. So in that sense, what you need to do is probably have stop losses in place. If you have a short term view, less than 3 year view, keep a stop loss in place and exit when you feel that it's time to exit. Right. Page Industries long term it's a buy, short term it's not a buy, avoid. I think most of the consumer names, FMCG names are doing fine, but they might do okay for 2 3 months, and then all your erstwhile stocks of mid and small cap may start performing again. So be careful in this space altogether from a shorter term time frame. From long term, there's no issue. Right. HPL Electric is a very good stock, but on declines you can buy. But I prefer consumer names rather than anything in the electricity, in infrastructure like that, capital goods, etc. All three are good, Sajal. It's just that you should have a time frame of 8, 10 years, 5, 7 years, and you'll make very good money in these stocks. RBL banking sector is a complete avoid in my opinion. I think Naukri or on Info Edge is doing well, and I think it's headed to 6,000. On declines, you can buy. Long term, it is headed to 8,000, 8,500 over the next 3 to 5 years. Newgen software has come down. I think these are reasonable levels to start accumulating. The results were not up to the mark, up to the expectation, although the results were decent. So, what you can do is start accumulating. Don't buy in one go, and on declines, you can buy and hold for 2 3 years. You'll make money. Glenmark Life Sciences, I have not covered the stock or gone through it, so I won't be able to comment. Precall is a good ancillary play, but auto ancillary autos are struggling at the moment. If you stay with the leaders, it would be better rather than buying into Precall. Probably a Motherson Sumi, Endurance Tech, GNA Excel. These are good companies to look at rather than a Precall. Right. So two small caps for long term. Well, I can't suggest a particular stocks here, so I'm sorry in that manner. Rupa, I would prefer Page Industries for somebody to get into, probably Page. All right. So the questions are repeating. So what I would like to do here is probably end the stream here and probably have a discussion on Sunday. So I have a super chat from Bharat. Please advise long-term stop loss for Motherson Sumi. Also, it is still good for 2 3 years. Good stock for next two. Absolutely, it is a very good stock for next 2 3 years. What you can do is if you have bought at higher levels, wait for sub 200 levels, closer to 190, 180 to accumulate. I think from January, February onwards, you'll see movement in these auto companies, auto ancillaries. Top class auto ancillary play, probably from Jan Feb, it will move. Opportunity to buy at 180, 190. I can't see it go below 180. If it comes to 190, 180, buy more. All right. A Symphony is an avoid. I would prefer a Blue Star or a Voltas rather than buying into a Symphony. Voltas is an accumulate at these levels. That's my call. Amtar is a good stock to get into. Probably on decline, see decline you can buy. Saskian, I'm not that sure, so I won't be able to comment much. So Voltas I've just talked about. Coforge is good. If you have bought at lower levels, keep accumulating. Buy around 45, 4,600 if it comes down to that level. On any declines, you can still buy these companies like Coforge, Tata Elxsi, L&T, Infotech, Happiest Minds, etc. They will just continue to perform. That's my call. All right, guys. Thank you. Thanks for being online and would be online on Sunday for a longer period and will answer your queries. This was a live session that was convened very quickly after not saying that I would be live yesterday. So many people might not have been able to come live. So on Sunday, hopefully, it will be a longer session. Thank you.